but the most important, we can go way more with that, but for the sake of the time, just want you to go to the last topic for today, which is the continuation of everything you shared. And it's one thing which I think many people struggle, and maybe is the most one of the most important parts is the offer. It's like the elevator speech you have. So
Yeah.
it's like when you meet someone, when I meet someone and I want to share, you know, what I do, how I help people. That's, I mean, you cannot imagine, Jesse. I think you can because you work with a lot of
I
people
can
with that.
imagine.
People don't know how to do it. Myself, I always struggle sometimes to really explain it
Yes.
with a clear, concise, and very short way. This is what I do, and people will truly understand and embody what I do. So,
Yeah.
my intention for this last 10 minutes in this conversation is to learn to help people go a little bit more closer to that, how
Yes.
to do it for themselves.
And I'm glad you brought this up because it's so important too, because that little positioning statement is sometimes what it's called, or your elevator speech.
Yeah.
Who do you help and what do you help people with, and like how to describe it? How to describe basically what you're asking is like, how do I describe what I do in a way that people say I need that? Is that fair to say?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Because even if you have
Exactly.
a physical product, you want to describe the product in a way that is like that is people get and they say I need that. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it? If you're just putting out a cool product that no one understands, it's like why even do it, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
most of the work, and I'm going to give you a good answer, like a answer that you can digest right now, and I'm going to give you like the sort of tough love. Okay, so as you're like
Mm-hmm.
your older brother of business, I'm going to tell you right now, the real work is done beforehand, and it's like, you know, and by the way, if you want some like personal like insight into this, like connect with me on social media. Maybe
Yep.
you put my stuff here, and I can just like I can share like look at what you specifically do. So sometimes you just need like real feedback. Same with you, Demi. Like if
Yep.
someone can just reach out to you, you could probably look at someone else's business and say, "Hey, here's something that you probably don't see," right?
Yep.
So the real
Yep.
like the process that you can do to like really get this once and for all is like work with someone from the outside who can see what you don't see.
Yep.
That's like the real work. This is kind of like going to the gym and sweating a little bit. It's like it's a little bit hard work at first, but once you get it, you know it forever. Okay. But here's how I think about it. If you want to come up with that little elevator speech, who do you help? What do you help them with? How do you describe your work? Take into account like everything we were already talking about.
Yeah.
Find a problem that already exists that people are looking for help on. What do you know that you can help with that fulfills that existing problem? Now, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, if you're a therapist, if you're a counselor, what most people do, most of us, and I started in the same place, is we say something like, I help people get unstuck and solve their limiting beliefs and get through life transitions and achieve your dreams and feel amazing and just be happy. And I met someone and he was like, what do you do? I asked him what he does. And he's like, I help people be happy. I'm like, who's that for? He's like, everyone, everyone needs to be happy. I was like, wow. Like, but how does anyone know that it's for them? Like, what's your business? I help everyone be happy. I'm like, okay, great. Nice to meet you, sir. So you have to just choose that one person. Remember I talked about like, I think we were picking on Deborah or Julie. It's like,
Yeah.
choose that one person. Who's that one person in your mind that you can most help? Yes, I know you can help with a lot, but here's the thing is if you're trying to communicate to everyone, if you're trying to help everyone, you're helping no one
Yeah.
on average.
Yeah.
So choose that one person you can best help. It always starts with that. Then think, what is the big outcome or problem that they want gone? So problem solved or outcome achieved.
Yeah.
Start there. So is it find love? Is it burnout in my career gone? Is it get a promotion? Is it, save my marriage? Is it overcome an addiction? Is it like whatever it is you're helping people with? And if you have a physical product, what does your product do? Does it make I have a friend, see these planters behind my head? I have a friend who makes these things right here. It's like you could even do it with planter boxes like this. What does it do? It makes your home look beautiful and warm and inviting and like adds beauty to your home in a very unique way. And then you get the fun of like propagating these plants. Like you could come up with an elevator pitch for anything. What is the benefit to the person? So that's the key. What is the benefit to the person you're talking to? Now let's make that into like a little elevator pitch. What do? You don't say, I am, you know, I'll tell you what I used to say. I'm a certified trainer of NLP and hypnotherapist, and I help people solve their limiting beliefs and optimize their life and just achieve peak performance and just remove all the problems. And they're like, what? Oh, cool.
So much information.
Whoa, cool. And I still, I'll still tell people, like, I work hard for my titles and certifications. So I'll still tell people that. That's great. But if someone says, what do you do? I say, awesome. I help people take their knowledge, monetize it online by selling information, selling it as a coaching program, or as a course. Cool. That's the benefit to you. What do? I help you take your knowledge, sell it online. Someone else's fitness. What do? I help people lose that stubborn last 20 pounds so you can be feeling confident and ready to date again. That's a niche. What do you do, Dimi? I help people blank. And then you just say, here's the outcome I help people achieve.
Yeah. This is so important to know, man. And it's today's outcome in my head from everything we've spoken is that we need to really truly, our job is to find actually a person who really we want to help and find out what's their problem, learn how to communicate that to them.
Yes.
With this offer and elevator speech. And if we just do that, if we just learn to do that in the right way, we've done, as you said, maybe 80% of the work.
Yes.
When it's 80-20, and the next one is to serve them, of course. The next 20% is to serve them powerfully too. But just identifying them and talking to them directly, we already created one thing which is the most important, which is trust.
Yeah.
And if someone has trust in you and your knowledge and your expertise, especially when it comes to coaching and this kind of industry, I think half of the work, even more than half, is done. Because once someone has trust, they're ready to do the work to create it because they trust you as an expert who can help them. You become their pillar who is going to be there. And that's not about deluding people. It's not about manipulating. It's a real need. When I talk to people, they stay in relationships. They stay in toxic environments in their work because they're afraid, because there is no one there to help them to really do what they want. And when you have someone who is there, like you said now, and identifying the problem and stay with them, they're ready to let go a lot of things in order to stay with you to create their dream life.
Yes. Can I give you a funny example?
Yeah.
So here, just to drive this idea home, is like, if you're in the business of helping others, which I think everyone is in a way.
Yeah.
First of all, anyone can start a business selling your knowledge, helping others in some way. Like, we live in the economy right now where you could be completely broke. You could go to the public library, use the internet connection. You could sell your knowledge for free. I mean, you sell your knowledge, you charge for it, but you could have $0 anyway.
Yeah.
Here's a funny example: is like, if you're a doctor, who would you trust more? So let's say there's two doctors. The first doctor says, cool, I am the doctor, so I am an optometrist and I'm really good with eyes. And like, I personally like talking about back pain because like I've had back pain. But then, my mom, she like struggled with her hands and her feet. So like I started to learn like about that. And I've been reading a lot about that and I'm really good with that. And then I actually got the certification with energy Reiki healing, where I can like hold my hands over you and do energy healing. And like, I actually do like hair restoration as well. Do you want some help? You're like, well, we're going to work on my eyes. Like, I mean, I want to do the LASIK surgery. Like, is this your specialty? Oh, no, I'm really good at that too. Like, I'm an expert.
I don't know.
Okay. Like, but your attention's so scattered. Like, I don't trust that you know, like, you're the best at what you do. And then the other guy is like, last 10 years, I focused on eyes.
Yeah, that's it.
Safely, effectively, let's do LASIK. Are you in? Who are you going to trust with your eyes?
Of course, the second one. There's no doubt in that, man. Because that creates, and even when it comes to what we've spoken so far, even it's stronger because it's not only, it just gives you the feeling that you're exactly the person. For example, I'm working with you. You're exactly the person who's going to help me because it seems that you know me. You already know me.
Yes.
You already know me and you've been working with that, and I know that you can help me. I just know it
Yes.
because
Even
you
if you
speak my words.
Yes. Even if you don't
Yeah,
have a pretty website or best-selling book or a bunch of Instagram followers, you don't need any of that crap if you really show that you understand that specific person. It's like a amazing ethical and legal shortcut to optimizing trust. And I say this, it sounds like you're doing it on purpose. Like, yes, it's okay to intentionally do things to build trust because there's so much junk and noise and chaos out in the world, especially online. You need to communicate clearly so people understand why you can help them. And you just do that by everything we've been talking about.
yeah. And the last thing before we go, because before we go to the end, the last question is, tell me. A lot of people talk about the idea of, um, I mean, when you need to help someone with certain problem, you need to be expert in this. So
Yeah.
you need to be it's a prerequisite for you, so that you've done that for yourself. This is your story. A lot of things in this direction are shared. What's your opinion on that?
I personally believe you should be a personal example of the
Yeah,
thing you're helping people with. So it's like if you've been divorced 5 times and you're like, I'm the find and keep love expert, I'd be a little wary, right?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
personally would not hire an overweight fitness coach. Doesn't
Yes,
mean that person
yes,
doesn't know about that. This is my
yeah,
personal like and I think
yeah.
it's pretty ethical. It's like find someone who's an example of the subject matter. That's the key word. Subject matter expertise. Like I would hire a fitness coach who understands fitness, but maybe like that guy just can't keep a relationship to save his life. I'm like, that's fine. Like teach me fitness.
That's all right. Yeah, yeah,
I'm not going to take relationship advice from you. So give
yeah,
yourself the compassion too. It's like you don't have to have everything in your life figured out. And you don't have to be on the mountaintop having mastered it from all angles perfectly. It's like, have you achieved a level of success further than the people that you're helping? You just have to be
yeah,
further along. Okay. You don't have to have
yeah,
everything perfect. So even let's say you're like, well, I've had 3 failed relationships, but now I'm in a loving relationship. You're
yeah,
qualified to help people find love because you are there now. And so just be further along. And it's kind of like, if you remember that movie called Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo
yeah.
DiCaprio, and
I
he
know it.
taught a college course and like, how did you teach this course? He's like, I just read ahead in the book. I was just further along than the students. And he taught the course and the students actually learned it. So he was actually a good teacher, even though he just kind of winged it. And like, you could basically take that approach if you're brand new to something. Just be further along, just know more than the people you're helping.
Yes, that's a great advice. So, tell me before I ask you the last question. You said that people can contact you. Where is the best place to contact you if someone wants
Yeah,
to
you
get
an
some
easy way is
conversation
just,
with you?
just hit me up on Instagram. I'm at
Yeah,
the Jesse Martin. No I in Jesse, just Jesse Martin at the Jesse Martin. I check all my DMs, and I post some good content on there. I just do a lot of shorts and a lot of advice like this. And happy to chat with anyone. I love connecting. I'm a people person, and so if you want to chat or send me a message, we can talk.
thank you, man. So I want to, before I ask you the question, is to acknowledge you for all the wisdom you shared with us here. And I was listening with a lot of interest in that, and I learned a lot of things here. And definitely, I'm gonna listen to that again several times to get most out of it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. And guys, listen to this guy. If you need to go deeper with that, just contact him. I'm gonna put this link, the link of his Instagram, below the post, so you're gonna have the access to that. And don't forget that you are you're very close to creating what you
Yeah.
want. You need to just focus on the right things, and in this video we have the right things. So Jesse, before we go, just last sentence, something you want to share with
Nope.
with people.
Anyone can do this. Like you said, Dimi, you could just be one idea or one step away or one coach or one mentor away or just one step away from literally having everything you want. So just take action, let go of those fears and just move toward your goal.
Thank you, man. Thank you.